Okay, hello everybody and welcome back to, unfortunately, the final actual build video of this Gundam. Now this one's gonna involve cleaning because you can't really do some of it without getting it all messed up. So, time to run through the runners, and this is going to be the finishing touches. So you will need runner D. You'll notice all of them are now empty. Runner A. Runner K. Runner I, Q, I again, two N's, P, J, B, C, very special runner, D, and two E runners. That's parts on them because I did not want to screw up this last part. So there will be some fast forwarding and all that kind of stuff, which is good. And the bags that you will need are the bags that have these weird looking metal parts. We'll find out why they're weird looking stuff later. You will need bag 12, which I haven't even opened yet. And you will need the feathers. So, let's put all that aside. And as you can see, a lot of the parts are massive. This is actually the first kind of part we're building here. We kind of lift up here. You will see that it expands, and we will see how it all works as we build it. Now there will be one final video of putting everything together just as I traditionally do. Now let's grab some big parts. I have a lot of them over here just because their size will not allow me to put them where I normally do. Okay, so these are the three parts here. So this is the one that you'll need first. It basically has the holes instead of the pegs. Now, I'm going to be doing a lot of work here because of the springs, basically. I'm going to need the first one right now. You'll need these, and these don't like it if you do this without having the top part on. So okay. So with this one, this hole, it's gonna go on that top portion right there. No, the very top one. There, like that. Next, we're going to take this spring. You can kind of see already how it should go. So there's a little, see in a second here, but there's a kind of 3 pegs that will look roughly like the shape. As you can see, it goes on those 3 pegs right there. And then this top one will just go right on top. Maybe. There we go. So you can kind of see how it kind of locks. But it's easy. I'm barely pushing at all. So that's this part done. Now we get to work with a few smaller pieces. Oh wait, that's one. Right. So we'll just put these 2 pieces together, just as we normally do, following the pegs, just like this. Now we'll make sure that this little peg part is facing outwards. Or towards the side with the hole on it. It's pretty well the only way it can fit in. And we're going to take this whole assembly, and there's just a couple pegs that it just slides right on into. There we go. This part done. Put it off to the side for a minute. Now we're going to grab one of the bigger pieces. I'm going to be mostly working up here, so down here doesn't matter too much. Now we're going to bring all these pieces together. Plus, there's another side. It'll go right on top, but because of camera space, okay, so first off, I'm going to take this little piece right here, and there's a little, you'll see where it goes, but it goes right up here. There's a little, you kind of see it there, but There's a little hole that it sticks into, and it'll just stay in here. Now we're going to take this one here with the flat side facing downwards. We're actually going to put this into here, but you can kind of see that there is room for a spring. It'll be this one right here, large center, 2 small pegs. So one of them goes right on the part, and you can wait, no, that's not right, is it? Luckily they've kind of given you a picture. You can kind of see how it goes there. This piece is yeah, you can kind of see how it goes through how I'm fiddling with it a little bit. But really you should have put this piece on, this big piece on first, which is what I'm going to do right now. As you can kind of see, it should have been put on first. There we go. So that's what it's going to look like right now. Now let me put on the other parts. Now you can kind of see how it just wants to, there. No, peace, behave. You can kind of see how it doesn't want to be turned upwards. So you can kind of see how it goes. Now I'm going to put on the biggest and last spring. That's about the best I can do without risking all this just flying off. Now we're going to line up the pegs and holes right after I actually put the trigger on. Okay, spring, come on, stay on there. It'll be like that. Now, just kind of gotta gently line up. All the holes and stuff, and it works. Okay, this is why you test. So then you can notice problems before you build it together. You can see it's just not wanting to close, so that means that something has come loose. Now I've got to try and figure out which part it is without either stabbing myself or destroying any of the parts. Okay, there we go. You can already see what happened. We had a catastrophic spring failure. Sorry if you can't see too well, but I'm just resetting springs. It's going to be a lot easier on a flat level surface. There we go. So I just had to reset the springs. That's it comes out. See, does work. Problem solving. Put that wing off to the side. Now we get to work on even bigger parts. This is one of the main wings. So of course, it has a poly cap that will fit right into there. Just like so. And now we get to secure this massive piece onto here, just like this. Now we're actually going to put this aside for a bit here. I'm going to be doing part cleaning, part screwing, and fun stuff. Basically, I'm going to be taking apart from here, from this one. I'm going to be taking a wing, cleaning them both up, taking a screw, screwing it together, and putting it into its spot all on here. So let me do that really quickly, and we'll be right back to normal time here in a minute once I've finished. Okay. So that's kind of the effect that you get. Now make sure that the curves are pointed towards the center line. And actually, we will do this all over again. So here's the big part. Now it doesn't come like that. I just put it like that so then I would know which one of these went with each wing. Again, we're going to put in the poly cap. Line everything up. Put it in. There we go. There's that step done. Hit that speed up time. And I will get this done as soon as I will be right back. As soon as I get this part done. And there we go. That is the second wing done. Then we want to put it off this side again. Now we are very quickly nearing the very end. Okay. So first off, we have a couple little things we gotta do first. So the first step is to make this right here. So we are just going to slide this poly cap right in that gap. Simple, done. We'll put them off to the side. Now in order to make something like this, we will just take this, put one inside of the other, push it down, there we go, put it off to the side. Now, technically, for a lot of this stuff, you have to make 2 of them. So, we're going to take this little part, and there's a couple little clips. That just fits into, and then we'll take this cover and snap it together. So then it looks like this. We'll put that off to the side, and I'm just going to repeat that all again. Just like that, and we're going to put it off to the side. Now we got a few small parts. So the first step is to take this little piece, and there's a little ridge on the bottom. You can kind of see there. That'll go right in there. You can kind of see where it will go. So I'm going to do that. So then it will look like this. And then this poly cap has a little notch on it, which just fits right there. So we'll slide that in there. And we'll close it up completely, just like this. Put that off to the side. Now we have to bring in the big guns. Sorry about that. So as I was saying, we want to bring in the big guns. Now there should be one part that has writing. This one right here. This one does not. Now it's the part that does have writing on it that we will need first. So we're going to take this little piece, and there's a couple little spots for it. Put that there. Just like that. Next, we're going to take this part. It should slide on right there. Just onto that peg there. Next, we're going to put that part on right there. And we're going to take this one and put it right there. There's a couple little spots. For it. Now we're going to take this here. I'm just going to pick it up just for a second here because I want to make there is one part that is wrong on it. This is going to take a little fiddling, as a lot of stuff does in Gundam, I'm realizing. There we go. So this is what it looks like. First thing is to bring this part up. It should snap in. There's a little hole right there. You can see them right there. Oh gosh, why this? Now, this will go at the right end of the barrel. It's kind of. I usually twist them when they're like that, just so that I can line it up properly. Next, we'll take one of these. And put it on the front. There we go. Now we're halfway done. That's one of them done. Now let me do the second one. And then we only got one more thing to go. So we've already seen that built. And like I usually say, I stick these together so that I know which half goes with which half. Now I'm going to put the poly cap in first, just as I showed you. With that first half. Next, I'm going to take this little part with that kind of weird part out towards the ground, sticking it in, and I'm just going to flip it down right away, even though the instruction manual says to do it a little bit later on. There we go. That's done. Next, we're going to put the gun together again. And I recommend doing it on a flat surface. But this time, so this part will go right into here. This one should go right up there. This one with the trigger facing towards the front. This little thing at the back here. Now we're going to take the top half . And just make sure everything is well closed up. And again, this part will bend up. Just slide it right there. And can't forget about the muzzle brake. Just like that. And finally, the lens. There we go. That's going to be the completed project of just one more tiny little piece that I gotta grab. There we go. So you can kind of see there how it's angled, and then there's a flat side. This is the flat side, this is the weird side. You always want the weird side facing inwards. You'll put them onto that peg and that peg right there. So then it'll look like this. And we're just going to take both sides, close it up, and there's a little notch for this part right here. Just line that up, and there we go. So technically we have 100% completed the perfect grade Wing Gundam. So the next part is going to be, like you all expect, the final build, where we're going to be taking all the parts that we have built from episode 1 to now, put them all together, and see this Gundam finally, this perfect grade, finally fly. So I'd like to thank everyone for watching, and if you have been watching since episode 1, I really thank you for this. This is the first time I've actually done a series as big and extensive as this. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and I will see you all next time for the final build. I'd like to thank everyone for watching, and until next time, remember to rock on.